Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So I want to go over what am I going to be looking for in this second preseason game against the Cleveland Browns, okay? Now, I'm going to go by that the starters are going to play for a good quarter. That's what I'm kind of going to go off of, and then by the end of this video, I'll go by if they don't start any of these starters, what I'm going to be looking for, it's probably going to go into the same thing of what I've been talking about, all of, how they're going to go with these preseason games or the last two preseason games that we have left. Now, I'm expecting Jalen Hurts to play at least a quarter, a couple series to a quarter. And I understand a lot of people want him. I need Jalen Hurts to have more reps. It's just not enough for me for him to play one preseason game for one series, scored a touchdown, did a great job. But I just want to see more. And I think I'm just a little biased because I do want the season to start. I do want everything to happen right now. I want to be watching Detroit Lions, Philadelphia Eagles week 1. That's what I'm getting prepared for. Because if you sit him or any of these starters during the second preseason game, especially with the quarterback position, pretty much most importantly, I feel like there's way too much time left. And I understand these guys are going to be practicing, and I'm not saying that he's going to be rusty, but you never know. Some teams are rusty by the way they treat these preseason games, and I don't know what the Eagles are doing. Hopefully by tomorrow we will find out a little bit more on what the Eagles are doing, but definitely Jalen Hurts. I mean, hopefully I see some Carson Strong in this game, because where was Carson Strong last game? I think they said to themselves, okay, well, there's 2 preseason games left. We gave Reed Sinnett a lot of reps in the third and fourth quarter, because I don't think we're going to see much. We'll see some Jalen Hurts. We'll see a little tiny bit of Minshew, and I think we're going to get a lot of Reed Sinnett and Carson Strong for this second game against the Cleveland Browns. Now, the older vets like Fletcher Cox and Lane Johnson, some of these other guys, Kelsey, Kelsey's not practicing, obviously, but the older veterans I don't think are going to play in this game regardless. Miles Sanders, probably not going to play in this game. So Kenneth Gainwell might be your starting back for this preseason game Sunday, okay? Kelsey with the surgery. Javon Hargrave's out with the toe. Greg Ward's out with the toe. So, there's going to be a lot of guys that probably are not going to play. And even if some guys are just a little bit hurt, they're not going to risk it by playing them in this game. Devontae Smith, I don't even know if they are going to play him. They might want to just be cautious with him because he is 100% healthy now. I don't think the groin injury was that bad because he came back to Eagles practice and he looked like Eagles camp and he looked like $1 million. He was beating our team like it was nothing, and he literally just put a pounding on the Browns these past 2 days at joint practices. Okay, so I want to see a little bit less of Jason Huntley in the backfield. I want to see more of Kennedy Brooks, that power back that we have, to see where we're going in the direction at this 4th running back spot. What are we doing there? Are we trading for Kareem Hunt? We saw Kareem Hunt and Nick Sirianni hanging out, so you didn't know what's going to go on there. So a lot of rumors, just speculation as of right now, but I think there is legit interest. News did come out a couple weeks ago about the Eagles having interest in Kareem Hunt, and they were practicing together. Kareem Hunt is still wanting a trade, wants an extension. I don't know how much he's going to get paid. I don't think it would take that much to even trade for him. Maybe a day 3 pick, most likely. Not going to be anything expensive. But want to see Kennedy Brooks and see what we have, because you can always get Jordan Howard. You can always get Latavius Murray or trade for a running back. So definitely want to see more of Kennedy Brooks at that, running back position. Maybe they put Boston Scott in for a little bit because he's missed a lot of time. Just came back not even a few days ago off the concussion protocol, so definitely would help. I want to maybe see a little bit of Andre Dillard on the offensive line. Cam Jurgens has done a fantastic job, so maybe he will share some reps with somebody else at center. I don't see Jurgens playing the whole entire game, but I really don't mind it because even Jurgens, he has done so well and has gotten better every single day and he's been so aggressive, and his blocking has been so fantastic just watching video on it. It's ridiculous. He is Jason Kelce 2.0. That's what it looks like between the mentoring of Jason Kelce and the coaching of Jeff Stalin. It's been absolutely amazing what he has shown us. Like I said, guys, during that draft, it wasn't the sexy pick, but I'm telling you, we hit on one guard that was supposed to be our starting center, our future center, in Landon Dickerson, and now he's a left guard, and now you have a guy that probably could cross-train the right guard. I kind of want to see if Samalo actually wins that spot, or maybe they want to at least put Cam Jurgens there just so he gets playing time. So this way he's not redshirting the whole year. So I kind of want to see where that goes to that right guard position, because I know that Jack Driscoll is definitely moving down that depth chart, not looking good at guard for him. He's been beaten a lot of times, especially at Eagles training camp, so it's been kind of crazy. And then obviously the defensive line is definitely another one I'm kind of looking at. Like I said, I don't think Hassan Reddick, Hargrave, or Fletcher Cox will play that much. Fletch might go in for a couple games, but I'm not really, I'm not really wavering on it too much, what they're doing there. So I want to see some more Milton Williams. Definitely Jordan Davis for a couple series, here and there. If he's going to be in for the whole quarter, then great. You know what I mean? If it's a couple series of how much a whole quarter lasts for them to be on the field, probably not going to be that much playing time. But definitely want to see Kyron Johnson play at linebacker, Sam linebacker, because he did play some Sam linebacker. He moved to defensive end, so they've been kind of switching him back and forth. These linebackers are probably going to get a lot of playing time. Maybe Sean Bradley as your number 4, number 5, I forgot, probably your number 5 linebacker right now, depending on how many they are keeping this year. Want to see more Nakobe Dean. Want to see the rest of the group with Kaiser White, TJ Edwards, Davion Taylor. Definitely a chip on his shoulder this year, because I thought that whole entire linebacker group did a really good job against the Jets. I think every player that we've seen so far, maybe except Patrick Johnson or something like that, unless Patrick Johnson is gone. I thought I saw him in that game, but I'm not really sure. Kind of with the safeties as well, with Reed Blankenship really making his case. Maybe for special teams, has made some good tackles. Kavon Wallace had a pass deflection. So there has been some good things with the safety group. You picked up Jaquaski Tart. Didn't really see much from him. Not much from Epps because he was only in the first series, and Anthony Harris first series. So want to see what the depth that we have behind our starters at safety. So that should be interesting. And then finally getting to these cornerbacks is definitely another thing too, because the back end of our cornerback roster, I thought that McPherson and Josh Jobe have really done a good job. I thought they've been the most competitive, especially in that Jets game when you were facing Elijah Moore. You were facing 2 really top tier end wide receivers, a rookie and a veteran. So I thought they held their own. I think all the backup cornerbacks gave up some yards, but I thought they did a really good job. So Bradbury's probably not going to be practicing. Slay, I'm not sure if they're even going to throw him in this game. So there could be a lot of reps to go around with Blackwell and maybe Mario Goodrich and some of these other guys that they have. But not only, the one that's been standing out the most right now is Josh Jobe. Not only has he been getting reps with the second team, but he's a gunner on special teams. He's really made plays on special teams as well. And not even that, he was actually a returner in rotation versus the Browns, so he actually was a returner. Does Josh Jobe actually have that much speed? I understand that people in the comment section were telling me, Joe, this is an ex-Alabama guy that ended up getting hurt before the SEC championship game and really never got a shot, and could be one of those rising stars that come through this team. I'm not saying he's a star, but definitely somebody that could be a gem within this defense, maybe for the future. That thing, like I just said, McPherson and Jobe have probably been the 2 best that I've seen. Tay Gowan's been all right, and really other than that, I haven't really been interested that much. So as a whole group with this team going offensively as well with the wide receivers, obviously I don't know if A.J. Brown, I don't know how much playing time they're giving these guys. I'm going off of what I think is going to happen, which tomorrow or today, whatever you're watching this, can completely change for Sunday's game. Would love to see A.J. Brown catch a pass, but I'm not interested in fan service of what we want. I'm just it's all about observation of this roster to see which guy. This game is very important. Now, Hightower is back at wide receiver, so hopefully he gets some reps, because last year he played in that 3rd preseason game because he was hurt all year. And unfortunately, it was just too late, and really he did an okay job. I think he caught 1 or 2 catches, but it wasn't much to really decide that he was going to make this roster last year. But I think other receivers are definitely going to get a chance. Maybe Zach Pascal gets a couple reps. There's only so many receivers they're going to use. So we'll see what happens with that, because I think at least some of the starters should be out there for a couple series too. At least if they play Hurts to a quarter, I want to play the starters at receiver for at least a quarter if that's the case. So hopefully Quez Watkins is in there, Zach Pascal, some of these other guys. Jalen Reagor, I think, will get a bigger chance this week, because really last week I didn't really care for it too much. Really, he was in, he caught a couple passes. Did he seem different? Did he seem, not really. You know what I mean? So I don't think it really made a difference for me seeing Reagor just catching 2 passes. And, he was given what he was given, play-wise. And, he caught both those balls. It is what it is. I think one, he got held on the right sideline, but that's just my case on that. But to go to the tight end position as well, now with Grant Calcaterra coming back, now I don't know, he was limited on the second joint practice for the Browns, so he didn't do any team work whatsoever. So I don't know if he's going to be cleared. Like, I feel Grant Calcaterra has to be in this game, because if he's not, I don't know what they're going to do with him. Are they going to throw him on IR just to put him on the shelf? I mean, you already have Tyree Jackson on the shelf right now. I mean, he's coming off the ACL, but he's not on IR yet. He's on the PUP list. I think Tyree Jackson will be on IR sooner or later, and then you're going to have Calcaterra on IR. So, I mean, are they just going to throw him on there on the fake IR just to put him on the shelf? And you got two tight ends that are literally on the shelf that can come back week 8 or 9. Because I feel like I need to see more from Grant Calcaterra. I think Jack Stahl's done a good job. I think he's a great blocker. I think he needs to be in the receiving game a little bit more. Togai actually has had some good catches in the preseason game, has made a few plays during camp, nothing crazy. And Richard Rodgers, I've really heard nothing about. I mean, Richard Rodgers is just, I think the one thing is health with him, because Richard Rodgers always comes back sooner or later, and then he gets hurt. So I hope Grant is cleared to play Sunday. It would be nice to really just see him. Unfortunately, the guy has not practiced since July 30th, since yesterday. Pretty much since yesterday. He has not practiced before that since July 30th. So, it's not like he's practiced for a few weeks. It is what it is. He's missed a lot of valuable time. So the tight end 2 spot is still up for grabs for me. I think it's going to go to Jack Stahl if it's all said and done. If Calcaterra is, I just think there's not enough room for Calcaterra. I don't think there's enough for him to compete so late. And you're not going to depend on the third preseason game when no starters are going to be playing for any team, unless some teams are going to play their starters. I don't know. But I don't think that makes the case. They may have made the case for J-Jaw last year in that third preseason game with 40-plus yards and a touchdown, but not for any of these other players. It's a new regime in Philadelphia, and I couldn't be any happier about it. But whether they start the starters, if they don't play any starters, then I'm going to be expecting a little bit of Minshew. And obviously a lot of Reed Sinnett and Carson Strong. I want to see Carson Strong's arm. I just want to see if he's better than Sinnett. Is there something there with Carson Strong? I think it's one of the most important ones. He's undrafted, obviously. A lot of knee issues. Came here, has a good arm. Just got to be more consistent. Pocket awareness. That's all I'm really looking for with Carson Strong, to see where he's at in this whole entire process. Because Reed Sinnett, I thought, a really bad third quarter. And a pretty good fourth quarter. Wasn't bad. Played a lot better. Was on a little bit of a roll. He was on a little bit of a roll, and I thought he made some good passes. Deion Kane dropped a valuable pass on third down. So, I mean, there was some passes that, that were dropped, but I think Sinnett played a lot better in the fourth, because the third, sometimes you just got to get into it. You just got to get on a rhythm. He had no rhythm in the third quarter. Fourth quarter was a lot better, but I thought we seen way too much. I want to see a little bit of Carson Strong, so hopefully we get that in, I guess, the dress rehearsal game, if that's what we're going to call it, if that's what they're doing. I'm not really sure. So we'll see what happens. I don't expect Brandon Graham to play. Derek Barnett, Josh Sweat, maybe a little bit. I'm not really sure, but I want to see Teron Jackson, which we'll definitely see. I thought Teron Jackson has had a very strong camp. Getting in the backfield, being disruptive. I've been really impressed with him, to be honest with you. Showed a little bit of flash last year, but I thought has done a really good job. And just seeing what else we have over there. That's it. And obviously looking at Milton Williams at defensive tackle. Marlon T has had a very good camp, 6th-round pick from last year from USC. I thought he's had a very good camp. He bulked up. He got a little bit faster. They've been mostly playing him as a nose tackle, but the guy can play the 3 technique. The guy can pass rush. He's not fast. Not as fast. He got a little bit quicker coming off, a little bit more explosiveness. For what I'm hearing, it's been a pretty strong camp for Marlon T to maybe be the number 5 defensive tackle, since Rennell Wren will probably be on practice squad, most likely. So overall, this game, like I said, don't care if we win or lose. It doesn't matter to me. It's observation. I'm looking at these players specifically to see what they could do. It'd be nice to win a preseason game, but I'm not begging to win, just for a game that's useless for us for the regular season. So I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think they're going to do, with, who they're starting, what's going to happen? Is Jalen Hurts going to get a lot of playing time? Do you think Hurts should sit the next 2 weeks, or do you think he should play? You guys let me know how long they should be in these quarters, at least some of these starters. which would be interesting. You know, Jake Elliott has looked pretty solid. Aaron Sipos, I don't know what's going to happen with this guy this year, but this guy better punt good this year. That's all I got to say, because he was punting inside the 20 easily earlier last season, first quarter of the season. And then by the end of the season, third quarter of the season, he was just horrible. And the guy couldn't punt 30 yards. It was pretty bad. So definitely in it now to talk about special teams a little bit, because special teams is definitely important. And I want to see the return game. I want to see what we have at return. Britton Covey is definitely going to be another one I'm going to be looking at. And he's actually played pretty good. He scored 2 touchdowns on the, actually one ball that was overthrown for a touchdown by Minshew. That would have been a touchdown. Then he scored another one. Reed sent it through a nice dart to him in the end zone, did a double move on one of the Browns corners, and he did fantastic in the slot. So, I mean, I want to see, I think Sinnott actually missed him on a wide open pass during that Jets preseason game. So Covey's playing really good on a sprained thumb right now. So I'm expecting a good, I want something really good for him, a nice return. I don't care what it is, but we got to find a kick returner and a punt returner badly. I already know they're putting Rager at punt return. I'm already seeing him sidestep. As soon as he gets the ball, he runs horizontal and doesn't even get 2 yards. So I hope I don't get pissed off by that. But definitely, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, we cover the Eagles every single day. And I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys let me know what you guys think about what's going to happen Sunday, what they're starting, what they're doing. You guys let me know. It's a long video, but I got a rant about it. You know how it is. See you guys later. SHAKESQUAD up, follow, so I peace out, guys. Peace.